Let's have a powerful conversation on the impacts that short form videos, social media can and could have on women's confidence, power, self-esteem, achievements, and attraction. This is a powerful conversation if you're a woman who's desiring to attract love, who's desiring to attract deeper stability, who wants to have a fabulous life. And we're gonna have a conscious, grounded conversation and intuitive conversation in regards to how social media is impacting women's confidence and what we can do as a collective of powerful women to counteract that so that we can boost our confidence, increase our self-belief, and always attract what we deserve no matter what. I am Nicole Elissa. I am a love coach and intuitive and femininity coach. I've been working with the feminine consciousness and collective and helping women not only attract love, but also have it all in regards to their confidence, feel good, and be treated like queens or goddesses, however you want to call it. Make sure that you follow me. Make sure that you look at the links that I have below so that we can build a community as part of what I'm going to share in this video because it's critical. I recently did a video on how let's put it that way, is impacting women's confidence. And it's interesting that nowadays, because there's so much of the C word shit, basically, you have to almost block your third chakra when it comes to what you have to say because they're controlling the masses, okay? So we want to really be in our power so that we're not being in control. So how is social media impacting, and I'm sorry for the noise, I think there's somebody like mowing the lawn. So how is social media impacting women's confidence, specifically nowadays in the format of short form videos? It's actually quite dangerous. I'm an intuitive. I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, I believe in the angels, and I support women from all walks of faith. So I welcome you. I'm an intuitive, and I have a strong relationship with my angels, and they guide me and they help me really share this so that as overall, I can share this information with you. So take what resonates, disregard the rest. So short form videos started to have a boom when I think maybe 2020, 2019, right? So around that time, self-development, people were empowering themselves at an all-time high, okay? But a lot of certain companies, they want to keep us in lack. They want to keep us in survival energy. They want us to make us feel powerless. They want us to make us feel addicted. And when people start to empower themselves and start to believe in abundance, start to believe in wealth, start to believe in generational increase, generational wealth, and start to love themselves, which is the opposite of the scarcity and the lack that a lot of these companies, they want us to feel and connect to so that we remain addicted or we feel like we need them. They're not leading by empowerment or by abundance for everybody. They're actually pulling strings, okay? So I started to notice that we started to covet energies of I have to go viral, right? EA in regards to women, I have to be seen. It's an opportunity for me to be seen. And when we look at the unconsciousness of the feminine from a very early age, it's about being seen, getting the attention of a man, being the better woman, one-upping each other. And something that I notice also with social media is like, I feel like I have to speak faster because people are not gonna have the attention span to pay attention to what is listened to. And that's how they also divide us, okay? So I'm actually gonna slow down, whether you watch this video or not, whether you watch it halfway through. My intention and my hope is that you do it. I have to take care of myself, my adrenals, and I'm not gonna go and do that thing of, I feel like I have to rush all the message in case somebody misses out. So what I noticed is that in 2020, 2019, there was a coveting of and a rise of I have to be viral. Pay attention around the time and the word that I'm saying. And I have to be viral. But the thing about viruses is that they die, right? Like they have a peak and they die. So part of the energy that you, if you're not properly trained in your inner leadership, and what you covet the most is being seen, which a lot of women do, and we're raised to do that as a kid even. It is an intrinsic desire of the feminine to be seen, but it's not okay for companies to exploit that, okay? And to try to destroy your image along the way or your sense of self-esteem to go against your well-being, you know, and your sense of self and your self-image, okay? So I want you to be okay with that desire to be seen, and at the same time to not let a company or companies exploit that. Okay, so which is happening at an all-time high today in 2023 by the end of this year. Actually we're in November 2023. So let's exploit women's desires. Let's exploit girls' desires. So if you have daughters, etc., this will be really good for you. So we are at an all-time high. And what I say is because thankfully, I was around this time. I've been doing this for 9 years. And what I've noticed is that I had to take a lot of leadership training, emotional leadership training, but also spiritual, psychological leadership training. There was moments where it hit me. There was moments where I made mistakes. There was moments where, you know, but at the end of the day, I could see the forest through the trees. I could see it. Like I see what was happening, how when you see massive levels of empowerment, what people that rule through scarcity, and they want us to keep us in scarcity, they divide us, right? They create separation, and they know what our vices or addictions are, both for men and for women. So they lure us into thinking, oh, you're going to have more exposure. You're going to be able to connect with more people. But the key word here is viral. Pay attention. A virus dies, right? It has a peak. It's not helping you truly succeed. They want to keep you connected to them. Okay, with that being said, how do you counteract this? Well, you have to counteract with your emotional, psychological, even spiritual leadership and understanding what's really at play. We move into the viral energy, into trending energy. It's no longer communities that were being formed online where we were helping and growing and help each other grow. We're being, how do I say this? Communities that we're building online, we're about helping each other thrive and connect and help succeed, okay? But now it was more rooted on connection. I remember, I've heard this before, like, you know, people have to like you and know you and trust you. But nowadays, basically what's happening is that it's no longer about connection. It's about what's trending. So the algorithm back then will help you curate your experience based on the things that you like, based on the things that you totally watch. Am I live? Yes, okay. It's just that I was getting a weird message. So based on the things that you like, based on the things that you were able to connect, you had the time and the mental capacity to comment, to express yourself, to share with others, to unite. But with the surge of, so we went from connection and community to trending, okay, to what's trending. So even though that communities are still being formed right now, a lot of it in the background has an adrenalized energy. So some of my things I want to say here all of my comments and thoughts are going to come from an intuitive perspective, not as a medical professional. All of them. So basically, why do I say this? Because people nowadays, to share with you videos, they have to add music, they have to speak fast, they have to get to the point where you cannot even connect and remember somebody else, like the person's name that's saying the message to you. The music that they have to add in the background is one of suspicion, adrenaline, etc. And all of this can impact your adrenals. All of this can impact signals in your brain that you are in danger, that you are running out of time, that you cannot make something happen. They have to lure you into creating a bunch of impressions in your nervous system and your psyche in regards to stress, to the point where you cannot even think properly, you are not functioning properly. And I'm actually seeing a lot of women, and I will offer something at the end. I have a program called Fate. We're doing an event this weekend on building faith in yourself, and so you can boost your power. I'm going to give you accurate answers on what you can do to not only strengthen your faith, strengthen your power, strengthen your magnetism, and how you can counteract these energies so that you can attract. Because I'm getting a lot of you are not reaching your numbers this year, meaning financially, goals, etc. Meaning I'm seeing there's a lot of entrepreneurs that are watching this. You haven't been reaching your goals, and you do not realize that there could be adrenals involved, like stressors, because it's part of their plan, okay? Yes, social media has done a lot of good things for a lot of people. I am not anti-social media. I have an online business. What I'm saying is that I feel like they've lost their soul in a way, but we do not have to focus on, we do not have to feel like distressed about this, we fill up with our soul, okay? We fill up, we connect, we build the tribe that we need to. Because it's just losing track of all things. I've seen phenomenal, confident, gorgeous women tell me, Nicole, for some reason I feel like I'm starting to chase men again. I'm starting to feel like I need to have a certain amount of likes to be considered, have a certain prestige. I need the likes, I need the numbers. They also make, if you're not careful of this, you pay attention more to the likes and the numbers more than you do about, you know, earning money or having the results or building the community and creating the connections. And all of those things need to play a part. It's not one or the other, right? So it's very interesting because there is a surge of the idea of being a creator for them. You're a creator for yourself, goddess. For yourself. You add your beautiful energy into the world and people get to connect to you. Okay, so it's very interesting. And then they are paying you sometimes pennies for your work because yes, this is what happens when you have your senses are overwhelmed. So how is social media impacting women nowadays and girls nowadays? Number one, it can cap your receiving because you're constantly being bombarded with so many videos. And it's not the issue with also just the videos, it's the fact of the music. They have to use catchy words like, do this if you don't want to lose, like, you know, like do this, anxiety, and here's who you cannot trust, and here's why you can't trust this. And as I said, a lot of people too, when you give so many people a platform that are processing, welcome to those that are joining, I'm addressing how social media is impacting women all over the world currently. So what's currently happening when you give so many people are processing, and what a lot of people are processing are pain, hurt, hatred, making trendy videos of here's the artist that I hate, here's this, here's who I cannot hate, who I have to hate, I don't like their music, I don't like this. I don't know why for the last week I've seen so many videos of the artists that you just hate, you know. So collective energies. So you want to be really mindful because part of the secret of manifestation and attraction is being intentional. Okay. So many videos are boosting our adrenals. Thoughts as an intuitive, not as a medical professional. So what is the impact of boosting your adrenals? Sooner or later you crash, right? You can't receive, you're not functioning properly, right? A lot of these videos are also strengthening vices, you know, coveting the desire of being seen, coveting the desire of being the one, coveting the desire of being the best, you know, of even being a celebrity, but for what reason? So it's very interesting. It's sad as well. So how do we counteract that? Am I missing something? So we cap our receiving, which is very interesting because the adrenals, I've struggled and I've had issues with my adrenals. I know what it is like not to have energy to the point where I cannot get up. Okay. And some of that was because my senses were overwhelmed, that I'm speaking as my personal experience. Senses were being overwhelmed by being around a lot of people who would shame, wrong, criticize, ostracize, bully you. So I say if we are in a space where there's constant bullying, shaming, wronging, etc., that can impact you. And how does that impact you? Well, not only can it impact in your physical body, but in your emotional body, in your psyche too. You start to believe that you cannot have things, that it's difficult. You start to believe that the only way that you can be successful is through these methods. And you start thinking about competition. Think about this, how this impacts the mind of a little girl or of a successful person. It's like you're more interested about having your place and being seen. And sometimes you can do videos, and please don't get me, there's people that I love and that I treasure that have short form videos that I put close attention. I want to remember the name. I train myself. I want to remember the name. I look up their name. I write it down. I go to their videos. I pay attention if they upload in something new, because I kind of go back to what we were doing before on YouTube, you know, where it's like you would follow somebody and you would search for their videos and you would be notified when they uploaded something new, rather than constantly being thrown videos at you all of the time. That way you're not even agreeing. So it's removing part of like the basic standard of all interactions, your agreement with it. You have to make a choice, right? It's almost similar to the news where you just don't know what's going to happen, but then they just throw like a really maybe graphic image in your face and you're like, whoa, agreement and consent is critical. So you have to choose what you're watching, what you're choosing to watch. Nowadays, you can't think. And that's one of the ways in which they distract us and disconnect us from each other. Because sometimes, let's say you're watching a video, maybe you're watching like a video of a psychic, like, or a tarot reader that you really connect to, or an intuitive, or, you know, a message, and then you're so overwhelmed that you can't think, and you're like, oh my God, I cannot continue watching. That kept your receiving. You could have received something really important there, right? Instead of you choosing which people to follow, maybe you follow like an intuitive, or maybe you follow, you know, a coach, or you follow somebody that trains you something. You're so capped mentally that you can't even connect with what they're saying. And what happens when you have a million things around you, you don't know who to follow, what to do, etc., you start a sabotage. And notice too that a lot of the videos, they make you feel like, if you're the person who's doing it, they make you feel like you have to show up to the screen like you're all knowing, like you have the ultimate answer. Notice my flow. You are all knowing, and you are not, or you only can get this through me. So that's what happens when you shorten formats like this. And people, like, some people do this intentionally and consciously because they covet being the better one and knowing things, and then you start to pick up that your ideas are not gonna work. So how do we counteract that? We want to be in spaces where you get to be you in your life. Even if you're learning from somebody else, you have a coach or a therapist, like, etc., you're working with them, they're not trying to be all knowing, and they're not bullying you, or they're not making you feel bad. They help you create and connect to your ultimate creativity. It's not authoritarian energy where I know better. It's creative energy. What is going to help you? Okay, so in order to counteract these things, because as one of the messages that I got, and for those that are joining, thank you for joining. I'm addressing how social media is impacting women and overall, and there's also the opportunity for you to join a clearing event that's going to help boost your nervous system, to boost your faith in yourself, so that you can counteract these energies powerfully, and you can reach your numbers before the year ends, or you can attract more with ease. So one of the things that I learned, as I was saying, I'm thankful that I was in those rooms where I had to learn and deepen my leadership. And what I learned about manifestation in general is that it has so much to do with your inner energy, your inner capacity. When your adrenals are shot, you're tired, you don't feel like you have the juice, you don't have the energy. So what's also happening is that these energies are impacting your sacral chakra. Sacral chakra is a woman's desire of being seen, you know, of receiving love, also money, being cherished. You know, it's like a warm, cozy feeling, and it's also fiery. So what's happening with this is that there's so many addiction points there. When that energy is not healed, you covet being seen over being loved. You covet being the one that's desired the most out of being loved. You think that the answer is being desired, but in reality, it's not about being desired. The answer, the answer is about, because you can be desired, but you can be desired by really evil, nasty people. Okay, you can be desired for people who just want to use you. You know, you feel like the answer in your unhealed feminine energies for you to be worshipped, but you're being worshipped by somebody who wants to throw stones at you later on. You know, that's not the highest answer. The answer is in you worshiping yourself, you loving yourself, you knowing that you're amazing. And when your adrenals are not that like jacked up, you can actually sense when somebody's dangerous to you, when somebody's not good for you, when somebody's not going to care for you. You can sense these things, but when you are in an adrenalized state of desiring to be seen, desiring to be the best, desiring this, a lot of unhealed trauma or unhealed lessons that we have in the feminine unconscious, you're in a state of coveting, you're in a state of addiction of being seen. And I'm going to give you a key example. A lot of women say men, when they started watching porn, they started losing the awareness of connection. They started losing the awareness of intimacy. It was about hyping up this energy of them being kind of like a god, but above another person, and a woman just being there to satisfy them, right? And they were thinking just about their gain, and it was not a mutual thing, okay? The same thing is happening for women, because let's say we've known the issue of social media for a while, but with the presence of short form videos, adrenals, high up to the sky, thoughts as an intuitive, not as a medical professional. And we have not really trained ourselves or investigated enough years of experience of what happens to a person's brain through a lot of short form videos. So let's be honest, we've also seen conversations about babies and what happens when they are watching a lot of videos when they're babies and growing up that are like 2 seconds long, etc., like really short in each screen time, like the screen changes every 2 or 3 seconds, and the impact that that has on their emotional capacity, right? That they don't know how to regulate themselves. Do you think that's not happening nowadays with all the short form videos? Where basically, if you watch a lot of the trainings that they tell you is, in order for you to succeed, you have to have a bunch of eye-catching things to call somebody's attention. Colors, clips that are only 2 seconds long. You need to change, you need to do this, you need to create music, you need to do and I'm talking as somebody who loves to create videos. I actually love to create videos. I love to create art. I feel like I'm a graphic designer at heart. No matter what I do right now, I love colors. But I want to do it for good, you know, to inspire creativity, not to make you feel stressed out and make you feel like you're worthless. Okay, because a lot of women are starting to feel that way from the constant bombarding. We've seen how they say conversations on how IG like made a lot of people compare themselves. How do we rise above the energy of comparison? It's not necessarily that you stop using social media because, you know, like I said, it was a great tool for us to connect globally, for us to find out like things that are happening all over the world so that we can unite. But you have to do it in a way where you understand that part of their agenda is not to help you succeed, okay? It's to keep you addicted. So what you have to do is there's wonderful, beautiful people out there, people who have amazing platforms where you can remember the person's name. You can go to their account when it feels right. You can get notifications when they upload. You can get 15 to 10 or 20 minutes, however many you want to in a day, where you watch new videos, you make conscious choices, and you need to practice that. One of the main messages that the angels are saying is you need silence throughout the day for you to think and connect with yourself. Do not grab your phone as it's the first thing that you do in the day and you start that addictive pattern. Meditate, journal. Actually, how do I say this? Meditate, journal, have moments of inner silence. I'm actually getting that the best time, this is an intuitive message. I'm hearing this for the first time. I'm actually getting the best time for you to connect to social media. I'm getting it's around 3 p.m. to 4 or 5. 3 p.m., 4 or 5 around your time. I'm getting you've actually done a lot of your day. You've crystallized, you've manifested, you start to choose and do the things that really matter to you. You were able to create, to have joy, to have bliss, to bring that into your life. Then you go in and you do, let's say, during those 2 hours, etc., or an hour, you do the things intentionally. That's how you become, I'm hearing, a boss, a powerful manifester. You're not just a consumer. Because what they want to do is that they want to take you away from power and leadership, and they want you to become a consumer for them. Both the person that's watching the video, but also the person that's creating the videos, the creators. You're not a creator for them. I'm going to repeat that again. You're a creator for yourself. You're a creator. Okay? Your ultimate goal is not to get them to pay you. It's you leading your business and you leading your message and you being the ones in empowerment. When you're going to make deals with them or with whoever, you do it in your power. Another tip that you want to do here is, like I said, you want to really, you need silence. I'm hearing it can be catastrophic. What's happening? I'm getting in the next, is it 4 months or 4 years? I'm getting the next 4 years. It could be catastrophic to what's happening to some, like people's mental health and well-being and physicality because of the adrenal. There's just so, we're going so up. Like I said, it's like a virus energy. We're going to crash. Okay? Because it's too much. Thoughts as an intuitive, not as a medical professional. And I hope that this is resonating with you, because what's after this? What's after this? Right? Some people are so in their entitlement or in their, it's not elite-ish. It's not that I'm hearing some people have their noses up in the air. They don't remember where they come from, because I'm getting some people are already established in a way, so they cannot connect to people that are trying to make it or that are trying to shift things around. They cannot connect. So what's happening is that it's like, oh no, you're not going through that. Oh no, it's not that bad. Because they have all the resources to do it, but they don't care. I'm getting sometimes the CEOs or the people who are already there, they don't understand the impact that this has happened to other people, because I'm getting I don't fully pick up the word, but I know you pick up what I'm saying here. You know, it's that they're, you know how they say when some people are just disconnected from other people's pain, something to that effect, right? They cannot see it. Okay, for them it's good. It's a number. It's a number. They have the resources to just create all the videos, and it's not like they don't have an inkling. They can sense of what this is impacting people, but some of them want you to be addicted to them. Okay, so it's good. Like, connect like at a specific hour or time, because it's not the purpose to demonize it or wrong the entire. It's about connection. We can go back to it powerfully. Connection, community building. We want to be able to in spaces where there isn't so much ship, you know, so much to a point where you cannot speak. I sometimes feel like I cannot speak. I realized that my YouTube channel was probably censored years ago. Like right around that time, I started to notice it, because I care about women's confidence. I care about it at a soul level. I care about empowerment. I care about moving forward. And this is the thing, because when your adrenals are kind of shut up, when I'm saying something, but it's a trigger for you. If I talk about people who are trying to do mean things or evil things in the world, you're like, oh my God, I can't deal with that. That's too much. You cannot receive it. You cannot sense it, but it doesn't mean that it's not impacting you, right? And I've seen this over time, because I work so much with this feminine unconscious, where so much of the feminine unconscious is a coveting to have a man. And even though I'm all about love, all right, I'm a love coach, okay, but I've seen it. I've seen this for years. For the last maybe 5 years or more, I've seen it. It's like women cannot receive what is being said. It's like, if what you're saying, I don't see the immediate correlation of how this is going to bring me a man into my life, I have to move forward. I can't move forward. I have to go watch another video. I need to know exactly what I need to say to this man so I can get him. You know, like I need to know, like, and then you're in a chasing energy, and then you wonder why you're not attracting a man that chooses you, because it's adrenalizing your desire of somebody seeing you, right? And you're not going about it in a healthy way. That's one of the reasons why at first with my business, the angel said to me, Nicole, you're not attracting what you want because you're coming from scarcity. And what I wanted was that I wanted my mom's attention. I wanted my mom to see that I was a good person. I was a good daughter, right? Because I grew up under a lot of bullying and a lot of stress. And I shared it in one of my recent videos, how I recovered and healed from CPTSD, and where my femininity, my lovability, and my worth. And I was just like, I need my mom to be my come from was dependent. It was codependent on another person, you know? So it's very interesting. How do we counteract that? Not only do we decrease the time, and or actually we're not even decreasing. That's what I'm getting corrected. We're not decreasing, because we have a capacity to be able to see videos and do things, but I'm getting it's like 1 hour, 2 hours a day tops. Okay, we're not meant to be watching movies 24/7. We're not meant to be watching movies 24/7. We're not just consumers. Okay, so what's happening? We have that capacity, but right now we're giving it all our capacity and all of our energy, because we're watching it consistently, and it's just becoming an addiction. Okay, so we become, instead of decreasing, we become intentional about the time that we watch these things, so that we are in our power. More of our energy is dedicated throughout the day in our power. Okay, and I'm getting to tell you, some of you do not know this, but some of these platforms, the way that they're doing is that if you do not watch a video within the next, like within the first hour, or like within the first 24 for 48 hours, like they stop spreading out the video elsewhere for people to watch. So it's creating adrenaline and stress for the creator and the curator, for the person that's watching it too. So that's why I'm saying connect. If there's people that you like their videos, don't wait for the algorithm to show you it to them, because that way you're just becoming a consumer to them, and you go into maybe land. You stop feeling like you're the power creator of your life. You just want them to feed you whatever they want to feed you. They are not the source. God is source. The universe is source. They are not source, but they want to play like they're gods and source. Okay? And we have to strengthen our leadership. That's another thing that we have to do. We have to take leadership trainings. We want to take courses that really help us rewire our nervous system, so that we can connect with our faith and our power. Because what these systems do is that they want to keep you addicted to them. Okay, they want you to feel like you need them. That's scarcity, that's abuse, that's baiting. Okay, but we need people, yes, but not when somebody's trying to force you to need them. That's different. okay? Or they're trying to force gratitude and then they want to play God. No. What we need to do is know that I'm getting weird in the made in image and likeness of God and source, in the sense that we are the creators too. We're going to learn from other people because God works through other people too. But it's never going to be one of control, of coveting, you know. Pay attention to who you feel like are the people that are generally doing their best to help, okay? So you're not missing out on opportunities that are really, really, really good for you because you're drained and you're overwhelmed in your system and you're tired, okay? So with that being said, you want to pay attention to the time that you're doing these things. You want to take trainings on your leadership and emotional, mental, psychological, spiritual even. And also, I'm getting actually that's the most important one. It's just that sometimes when I feel like I'm talking to everybody, some people are not that spiritual. But it's the most important one because you want to know that you're a soul. You're not just a human being, you're a soul and you have power. And you can speak over things. With that being said, then also train your nervous system. Reprogram your nervous system. So first of all, your nervous system is more calm. For those of you that are joining, we're addressing how, because I'm about to wrap up soon, but this is critical what I'm going to say next. We're addressing how social media is impacting women's confidence, revenue, how some women are plateauing and what they need to do. So many female-led businesses closed this year because they just couldn't, it was too much. Like what was working for them, they just had to close because they started to lose people in a way because people are more adrenalized now than ever. So this is important and critical for us to address. So you want to program your nervous system too, to help it feel safety, peace, capacity, because your nervous system is picking up what I'm saying about the adrenals, right? It's picking it all up. This will help your body communicate with itself, help lower cortisol, help lower all those inner unconscious threats that you're perceiving throughout all of these videos. All of these addictions of having to be seen, of being the better woman, because society has known this. I've known this since I've seen this happen and I just didn't make any sense. Probably when I was 9 years old, I would see it on TV. I'm noticing the alarm sound that's happening. I hope that everything is okay. What's basically happening is they make us, like, women compete for being the better one. They know it. They see it as a passage right or something like that, but it doesn't need to be. You don't have to compete. That's when your confidence is strong, when you're not competing. Because a lot of men know. You know what a lot of men tell me when I talk with men? They tell me, Nicole, a lot of women are catty. That's the word that they describe it. Even though they look and they dress, a lot of women are catty. That's unattractive. That's really unattractive. And you think that what you have to do, your ultimate goal, is to look better, look better than the other women. And for the attention of a man, for a man that actually can tell that you're being catty, that you're competing for his attention, meaning that you're losing your awareness of your power, of your dignity by trying to compete for his attention. That's not attractive. That's not attractive, and that's not the ultimate goal. The goal is to love yourself, to know you're worthy. When you're calm like that, you attract, you ooze confidence. It's sexy, it's attractive. It's not for the man, but when I say attractive, I mean attractive on a larger scale. You attract things because you're not seduced by vices. Yes, you desire to be seen. It's a part of your self-love, but it's not a vice that people or that men that want to make you feel smaller than them use to make you shrink. And I'm getting some of you really have to work this out even with your daughters. I see actually a lot of women doing this, like TFT tapping sessions, etc., with their daughters to help them heal that together even is what I'm getting. So with that, because I'm getting the mother, tossing it intuitive, not as a medical profession, actually humbly like seeing the mother, not project that onto the daughter, but the mother coming in and helping the daughter out in regards to this and helping her do tapping sequences. There's something that's very healing and transformative about that. Okay, not the mother coming in and sharing and dumping all of her problems onto the daughter. Not that, but a healthy balance of doing the tappings together to help your daughter out. It's going to be really enriching to your daughter, okay, and your future generations. So I'm going to wrap it up. We have to do this work. I don't want to lose my train of thought because I know I'm losing something. Okay, so many companies, they just had to end their businesses, you know, because of this. We have to rebuild our nervous system. We have to connect with, lower that. But then we also want to do reprogramming on our nervous system and our leadership too, so that we feel like we are attracting, and that the focus is on building communities and connection above all, so that we heal, we are open. Because I'm getting some of you are not reaching your like your goals, whether it's in love or in career, etc., because you're making other people gods because they want you to make them a god. I'm talking companies, I'm talking tools, I'm talking so many financial things. Like you're adrenalized, you're in anxiety, you feel like you have to rush, so you have to complicate things, you have to create all these funnels. Lower your alarm system that's happening in your body. All of the ways that these systems are making you feel powerless. All the ways in these systems are making you feel not good enough. All these things, and they make you feel like you have to chase. That's the point I was trying to say. They make you like you have to chase. That's an alarm system in your body. Create communities of femininity, of receptivity, of power and grace. And is the word magnanimity? I don't remember that word, but anyways, I hope that this video is helping you. Do let me know how you connect with this. I have a program we just started last night. You can still join today. It's called Faith, to boost your power of attraction and to lower that alarm system within your body that's around love. Faith and Love started yesterday, but we have another day happening today. You can still join for that. On Friday and on Saturday, we have Faith in Yourself, which is critical, because the power to attract is faith in yourself, in your energy. But when your adrenals are jacked up, and you don't have to wait until the last minute to do this, because I'm getting part of what this society, these systems are doing. I noticed this. The videos of mine that have the most views are always about like your ex, you know, releasing your ex. A lot of us only do work when we are in extreme pain, because society has made us resent learning or overcomplicate learning, but in reality it's something that the angels have been saying that we need to do the most. We need to counteract all of this by actual active learning, but emotional learning, because we know a lot of tools, but we need emotional learning. We need deeper training in our leadership and in our capacity nervous system, so that we can receive more and we can hold more. It's the classic example of somebody who wins the lottery but they cannot keep it, you know, because sometimes the reason why you cannot keep it is because you're sensing a lot of threats around you. You know, a lot of you are in the front face of a company, and you realize, like, when I've sampled, sometimes you're on YouTube, there's a lot of like hateful comments. Thankfully, YouTube has now a system where it's like they filter out like a lot of the comments so that you're not constantly in the face of that. But for example, how do you deal when you're knowing there's a lot of hatred and a lot of people who want to throw stones at you with whatever you say? Do you feel good? Do you feel like it doesn't face you? Or do you feel like, oh my God, if that your body's having that reaction, that's capping your capacity. And you might have a codependent connection to those hateful comments. A codependent, like, oh my God, you're connected to them. Not intentionally, but you're connected with them. It's draining you. It's like an energy vampire that's sucking you dry. So when you release the attachment to that, even in your nervous system, you can receive more. You love yourself more. You let yourself grow and expand, even if other people do not believe it. So that's one of the things that we're doing in Faith in Yourself. Okay, and I'm going to go directly to what's currently for your energy, so that you can have faith in yourself, attract more, and boost your manifestations. And on Monday, on Tuesday next week, we're having Faith in Your Prosperity, so that you can double. Because one of the things that the angels said was actually to help you triple your income, the numbers, etc. This can either be at the end of the year or at the beginning of next year. That's a promise, but you have to act on the ideas that are come to you when your adrenals and your energy, all of it has lowered. Okay, by joining Faith and Prosperity, you also, I will tell you a financial frequency, your wealth frequency, like what's a number of money that I can see you tapping in more into, and I'm going to give you prompts, EFT prompts, journal prompts, work for you to do, emotional work for you to do, so you can strengthen your capacity to hold that number and manifest it. This is for a woman that's a go-getter. I'm also getting create silence in your life. It's going to help you attract it. It's going to help you sleep better. And I hope that this connects. The link for Faith and Faith is in my profile. It's also going to be in the comments. Here, you can watch this video also on YouTube. I'm going to upload it now. And please support me. The last video that I did on AAA, like, I think it impacted my channel more. But I said what I had to say. So comments will help. There's a community on on Telegram too that doesn't do see ship, which is really small. We can grow it and we can build it. And there's another gift that you can do in healing your feminine essence, a healing with the angels, where you can join my email list, you know, so that we can connect. I'm telling you, I'm going to end with this because I can see it when you're on the other side. Before, it was easier for people to connect with what you were offering, right? Because people would immediately go to your email list and then you had your community and you can build your community there. But these companies do not like that. So they want to make it harder for you to find the link, okay? So that you get there. But if you are just adrenalized and just watching videos like this and this and this and this and this and this and this, you start to become entitled and you feel like all the content is going to be there and you're not clicking, you're not building communities. Use platforms more that do not overload your senses. Emails, podcasts, etc. I'm working on creating a podcast too. Join my email list, okay? If these messages connect, and pay attention. Some of these platforms do not even let you pause a video. Why? So that's not an innocent move. That's keeping you addicted. And with that, I'm going to leave you. Join Faith. If you want to boost your manifestations and you believe in tripling your income, your faith in yourself, your opportunities and love and everything, I would love to see you there. Okay? Sending you love.